House Speaker Nancy Pelosi now reportedly telling her Democratic colleagues that the House won't leave for Thanksgiving recess until the Build Back Better agenda is passed. But the Congressional Budget Office report that's expected to come out this Friday has Democrats worried. Check out this headline. Democrats expect CBO to show shortfall on Biden's bill as White House moves to ease concerns. The Biden administration and Speaker Pelosi, however, say the spending agenda will still cost you $0. Joining us now, Tennessee Congressman David Kustoff. Congressman, welcome to the program. Thanks for coming on today. Again, a lot of your fellow Democrats in the House across the aisle, the moderate ones, they're waiting for the CBO report, and that's what's pausing them from voting in favor of the BBB legislation. What do you anticipate the findings to be, and will they vote?
Well, so those are good questions. It's interesting because the Congressional Budget Office right now, they say that they anticipate having the full report, their score, what it all costs by Friday. But we're hearing right now that we could be voting on Thursday before that full CBO report, before that score comes out. And I say this to you rhetorically, but even if it comes out Friday, and even if we vote Friday or Saturday, I don't know how that's enough time for anybody to digest everything that's going to be in that report and analyze all those numbers. So it's really kind of a false proposition, if you will. They're going through the motions. Probably every single Republican will vote against this massive spending bill. And the question is, with the margins as tight as they are between Republicans and Democrats in the House of Representatives, will there be any moderates that are going to be spooked, if you will, by that CBO score if they get it?
Right. What you're saying is they might be voting before they even get an idea of how much this could cost Americans here. However, the president, he's very confident that he's going to get Democrats on board, that he's going to pass the BBB agenda. Listen to what he had to say yesterday in New Hampshire.
I'm confident that the House is going to pass this bill. And when it passes, it'll go to the Senate. I think we'll get it passed within a week. And it's fully paid for. It'll reduce the deficit over the long term, as I said. And again, no one making less than $400,000 will pay a single penny more in federal taxes.
Congressman, are you buying that?
Not at all. Not at all. With President Biden's poll numbers sinking all across the country, when he makes statements like that it's not going to cost anything and no tax increases on individuals and middle-class Americans, nobody buys that. They don't take that seriously. And when I go home right now, I'm hearing a lot of complaints. First and foremost is inflation, the cost of everything, from gas to food to cars to you name it, along with supply chain. But you don't have to be an economist to know that when the Democrats have already passed over $3 trillion in spending this year with a T. And this is another maybe $1.75 to $1.85 trillion. You're right at almost $5 trillion. What does that do to the cost of everything? What does that do to inflation? It only makes the problem a whole lot worse.
Well, anyone who's making under $400,000, they're also paying the increased price for everyday goods. 30-year high is what we're seeing this inflation right now. And yet, as you point out, the White House does want to spend even more money. But here's what the White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki sent out just yesterday on Twitter. She's saying, why? When Americans are seeing higher prices, are Republicans united against a bill to lower core costs on prescription drugs, health care, child care, and elder care? Answer, they're rooting for inflation. Your reaction to that tweet?
Yeah, exactly the opposite. I mean, that's why every single Republican voted against earlier this year the $1.9 trillion spending bill that went to bail out cities and states that were underwater before COVID, a lot of them run by Democratic mayors and governors. We don't want to add on. We don't want to pile on. When you talk about almost $2 trillion, again, Jen Psaki, I don't know what her background is, whether she studied economics in high school or in college or wherever, but the more money that the federal government authorizes and prints, the more that adds to the record inflation you just talked about, the 30-year number that we saw last week, 6.2%. It's really concerning, and it's hitting people right in their pocketbooks. And we know that's their number one issue and their number one concern.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming right at the time of the holiday season as well. Congressman David Kustoff, thank you very much for joining us today. We appreciate it, sir.
Thank you for having me.